Greetings to the Geek Clan! This is Grimlock Stonehammer, and now we are round 2, Mandalorian Season 2, and I am with my friend Wayne, and we're going to discuss what's going on here on Season 2. There are spoilers, so if you don't want to watch this with spoilers, then watch some of the other Geek videos, alright? So how are we doing today, buddy?
Doing alright. I'm ready to talk Season 2. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to put all that evil darkness in for Season 2. Some of the things. So, what were some of the favorite episodes that you actually liked?
Well, I like how they introduce, big spoiler, that we got Boba Fett back. And excuse me, because I'm going to bring us back to the name of some of these episodes here. So the first episode of the season was called The Marshal, and that's when we see Boba Fett's armor.
Yeah.
But it's not on Boba Fett.
We're back on Tatooine, buddy!
Yep.
Oh yeah, because we're going to shove all that nostalgia down your throat. But we're in a different point of Tatooine. We met, you know what? We didn't talk about that lady. The lady in Season 1.
You didn't talk about a lot of things for Season 1.
I know.
You were ready to be done with Season 1.
Oh yeah, because I kept forgetting some cool things. So there's this lady who fixes stuff, who loves the baby. Loves the baby.
You talking about the woman on Tatooine?
Yeah. So she was wicked excited that he came back. And, where's the Precious? Doesn't even ask how Mando's doing. Wants to see the baby, of course. Because he's so cute. And I think one of the things that I did forget about talking about Season 2 is we see a difference of the Sand People on Season 1. And I know I'm going back.
So you're talking about Amy Sedaris.
Yes.
And her character
She's an awesome character.
Yeah, Peli Motto.
Yeah.
So she actually runs like a garage on Tatooine, and ships come in, they need repair.
Yeah, she's a grease monkey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she has a bunch of grease monkey droids.
Yeah. The ones that you hit the nose, and they go bloop.
Yeah. Which I like, because that was a great way to tie in the prequels.
Yeah, like I said, season... a lot of nostalgia in Season 2. A lot of nostalgia coming up. So, I did forget to say that one of the awesome things about Season 1 was the killing of this big frickin' thing. No, this is Season 2, right?
We're talking about Season 2, but
yeah.
What did you... you're talking about... Are you talking about the Mudhorn?
No. Oh, I'm not the... Yeah, Season 2 was with where we meet the Sand People, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm on the right track now.
Okay.
So we get to actually see the Sand People, and it's kind of cool how he communicates with them. We also see some... the Jawas got into it, too. It was pretty funny. They didn't take no crap from him, either.
Right. That was Season 1.
That was Season 1 with the Jawas?
Jawas are Season 1.
Okay.
Season 2, we meet the Sand People, which was pretty cool.
It was because he actually communicated with them with sign language.
Which is very interesting, because up until now, we really felt like anytime we've ever seen the Sand People, they're very adversarial. But what we've learned now is that Mando knows how to speak their language, and so he understands their culture better, and so he's able to negotiate with them to help with this issue that they have with what used to be a Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, used to be.
It's an abandoned Sarlacc cave.
Something ate the Snorlax.
Sarlacc.
Oh yeah.
Sarlacc.
Whatever.
Yeah. Something didn't eat it. They don't know what happened to it.
Oh, it ate it.
Died.
I think it ate it. I think it ate it. That thing was nasty looking.
Yeah, so it was like a big worm.
Yeah.
It was a cross between a worm from Dune
and
the creature from Tremors.
Yeah.
It was a cross between that.
It's like they had a baby. Thing was ugly, too. It was ugly. and there was like unity between like the Sand people to get along with the townspeople. Yeah, the townspeople and blah blah blah. And they end up working together. I thought it was a really good episode. How they took him down or whatever, and he got the armor back. He got.
So that's a big part of it is we meet Cobb Vanth. Cobb Vanth is played by Timothy Olyphant, and he, I guess, what was it? Do you know the show that he was in? Was it Justice or Justified or something like that?
I have no idea.
You guys are watching the video, you know the show I'm talking about.
Below.
And anyway, so he was in it, and they give him a little bit of a backstory, but somehow, some way, he ends up trading something valuable for the Boba Fett armor. The Boba Fett armor was found by Jawas, supposedly just found. So, and that kind of made sense to me because if Boba Fett had actually not made it out, and the Sarlacc excreted his armor.
Spoiler alert, he survived. That's because he's badass.
I'm building that up. It's always stealing my thunder.
Oh, don't worry. There's some other nostalgia spoilers you can say about season 2. Okay. And it's just like, why?
Oh, okay. But anyway, so, yes. So Mando's like, hey, you can't wear that armor. But you need to help me. I need the armor, and I'll help you. You got to get rid of this worm that keeps decimating their town. And eating all of their I can't even
livestock.
Think of
it was livestock. Yeah. We'll just say livestock. Yeah.
So the Banthas.
Oh yeah, or stupid ugly things.
Okay. So anyway, so they help each other out, and he ends up with Boba Fett armor. And at the end of the episode, which was just amazing for me as a fan, was we see Mando off into the desert. We know he has Baby Yoda. We know that he has the armor. He has Boba Fett's armor. And then watching over the desert, there's somebody, and then he turns to face us and walks toward the camera, and it's the actor who played Jango Fett, and that's Tamura Morrison. So he's just this guy, but if you know Star Wars, if he's Jango Fett, and we know Jango Fett met his demise, that's got to be Boba Fett. It's got to be Boba Fett because he's a clone.
Yeah, and we never saw in the original series him take off the mask. So, yep.
So it's got to be Boba Fett.
Yep.
And so then that's really how that first episode ends. And then that brings you into a story called The Passenger. And, did you like that one?
That was funny.
You liked it?
That was kind of funny because like the kid likes to eat a lot, and he likes to eat amphibians apparently. Well, the alien that's the passenger is a frog with a bunch of eggs, and he just got whoop, like candy. Keep eating the eggs. So that was funny.
So yeah, Baby Yoda is hungry, and he eats the eggs of this amphibious creature that she's trying to bring her eggs to meet her husband so they can raise a family on some planet, and she's willing to show Mando where there are other Mandalorians,
yep.
But you got to give me a ride to that planet. So he agrees to it. To me, it was kind of an episode geared toward setting up the next episode called the Heiress, but the whole premise is that I really feel like it was to appeal to people who watch the Clone Wars, the animated series, because you're getting ready to set up some of that. There's a lot of the creatures that are in the spider creatures that were in that episode are very much like creatures that you would find in Star Wars Rebels.
I was watching. I was like, oh, look, it's Harry Potter, but worse.
Harry Potter?
Yeah, when they go into the Dark Forest and they see the big spider and all the spiders are going for them.
I'm not a Harry Potter guy.
Oh, you don't know.
I've seen them all, but I've only seen them all once.
Yeah, exactly. They're not really. But I thought it was kind of funny. you actually get the X-Wings come in,
Yep.
and they're like the police officers, and they're trying to arrest Mando, and yeah, it was okay. It was kind of interesting. I thought it was funny that he's always smacking the kid, like, "Don't eat the eggs! Stop doing that."
He never smacked the kid. He never smacked
Oh, he was he hit
him.
his hand a little bit. I think so.
I don't think so.
Oh, he's always like, "You can't do that."
Never did
always,
that.
always sealing up the jaw.
But he always did this. He always, scolded him.
Yeah, he scolded him.
Don't
He's
do
like,
that.
"Don't do that." He's like, "Come on," and constantly watching him.
So there was definitely some comedy in that episode.
Oh yeah. Trying to get the cookies
then-
out of the cookie jar.
And so that episode ends, and we go into the episode, The Heiress. Now, this was a big one because we get to meet, I always forget her name every time. The character of...
We get to meet 3 of them.
Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan.
Oh yeah.
Bo-Katan's sister was the leader of Mandalore, who met her demise in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I won't go into that, but her sister.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is this the General Akbar's planet?
No.
No.
No. Yes, we're on that planet.
Okay,
yes.
we're on a. It's a Trump. Okay, because I saw a lot of fish people there.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, okay.
Yeah. I don't know
right.
that we're on that particular planet, but those
got-
are his people. There's
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Because
There's a couple
then
different
squid,
species,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a squid.
right.
Mind flail looking things that were there too. So, yeah, I like this one.
You did like it?
A little bit, yeah, because
Okay.
they took off the heads, and you learned like there's more to Mandalorians than just what we saw in the first season.
So let me elaborate on what you're saying. Mando is looking to meet people of his culture. And so he walks into a bar. We're in another bar.
Yep.
And
Of course, it's a bar.
right. And
Yeah.
so he's got Baby Yoda with him, and
The porridge.
and he goes into a bar, and he's like, "Hey, have you seen any people like me?" And he's like, "Yeah, those people will take you to where you need to go." And we know that Mando's being watched. We don't know by who, but we see a character, and
the
we know,
shadows, yeah.
and we know he's being watched. So Mando's like, "Yeah, okay," and they're like, "All right, get on our ship. We'll take you to where we gotta go." And the whole time it's a ruse, and that they want his Beskar.
Of course, because that's
Because worth
Mucho,
big money,
yeah,
right?
hell yeah.
They want his Beskar. They don't care about Baby Yoda. They don't know anything about Baby Yoda. They don't know anything about Mando. They just want the Beskar.
Yeah.
Well, because he was being watched, some Mandalorians come in and save him.
rocket packs.
Great.
Blaring. Yep.
And so they save him. And in the whole process, Mando's like, "Oh, I've been looking for you guys." And that's when we find out that it's Bo-Katan. She takes her helmet off. And when she takes her helmet off, and the other 2 people she's with take their
And
helmets
he's
off,
like, "Wait a minute.
you are
You
Mandalorians.
ain't Mandalorian." And I feel like one of the biggest problems with the Mandalorian is we don't see a lot of their culture, like a lot more depth into it, and that's one of the reasons why I'm like, eh.
And this is why I say Star Wars fans like this series more, because we watched the Clone Wars and we watched Star Wars Rebels. And what you're
okay.
saying you don't know about was in those 2
Oh,
series.
all right.
Because see, and this is good talking, because you don't know who Bo-Katan is.
No, I thought she was an interesting character.
Right.
But like we don't have like more. It's called Mandalorian, so I would assume that you would have more of the culture and some of the explained, but we don't. It's just kind of like, okay, if you've never seen the other series, you're like basically, oh, all right, whatever.
See,
Left to the water.
but
Like,
did you know
yeah.
that she's heir to the throne?
Yes,
of
they mentioned it.
But at that time you didn't know.
No, I
Right.
thought she was some badass with
Right.
whatever, because
Right. So those of us that, if you followed the Clone Wars and then followed Star Wars Rebels, then you know who Bo-Katan is, and you know that she's supposed to be the leader of the Mandalorians. And but we don't know what's happened, other than in season 1 they told us like that planet was decimated. So
one of the interesting things I did see was, like, she said it was like a cult. Like, what he does is like a form of a cult.
right. So, and as it was explained in the series, that because he wasn't born on Mandalore and he was a foundling, because she said, "Oh, you're a foundling."
Yeah.
Because he was confused. Why did you take off your helmet? You're not supposed to take off your helmet. Well, apparently that's part of this cult, this following of Mandalore, that they wanted to get back to the original culture of Mandalore, where you wore your helmet, you wore your armor, and you took it off for no one. Of course, they've got to take it off to eat and bathe and all that stuff.
But nobody's in that.
But not in front of anyone. No one sees you without your armor on. So he was confused when they took their helmets off, and that's when she's like, "Oh, you're a foundling." And he's like, "Yeah." So there's some friction between them. Bo-Katan understands who he is, but he doesn't really understand who they are.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't believe that they're true Mandalorians. He doesn't know, and if you didn't follow the other series, then you aren't aware that she is actually the heir apparent to the Mandalorians. And so that kind of sets up that there's, a heist that goes on, and they steal some stuff, and
they stole a big empire thing.
Yeah, and that was all fine and dandy.
Yeah,
I liked all that action
like
stuff.
A heist
thing, and that was okay. But what they set up was he traded again his help for her to complete her mission in trade for information as to, I need to find the Jedi. And so again, if you know who Bo-Katan is, Bo-Katan knows Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka Tano, it was a Jedi. She is no longer a Jedi, but she was a Jedi.
Gray Jedi.
There's no gray in Star Wars.
Bullshit.
That's Lord of the Rings. So
here.
she in real briefly, if you don't know who Ahsoka Tano is, she was the Padawan of Anakin Skywalker. And the whole story is spelled out in Star Wars The Clone Wars. And it takes you, Star Wars The Clone Wars takes you right up to his becoming Darth Vader. And then you find out more of Ahsoka Tano's life after Return of the Jedi with I'm sorry, not Return of the Jedi. You find out more about her life after in Star Wars Rebels.
It makes it more interesting to realize that there were other Jedi around during the originals that nobody knew about. And so there could be more, like, in the Outer Rim. Who knows? So
if you follow any of the comics, or you follow
the books,
I have books on my shelf, but I honestly have never finished one.
Okay. Well, I've heard in the book series there's a lot of things like that too, and the original story. Before the mouse wiped it.
We're not going to talk about that. That's not canon
anymore. No, of course not. That's why some angry
but I
fans
will
are
say, yeah, and I understand why. If I was that vested in buying the books and understanding everything, I'd feel the same way they do.
Yep.
But I didn't, and I've only gotten vested into the books since Disney took on Lucasfilm. But to bridge the gap there. If you watch Star Wars Rebels, then you know more about Ahsoka Tano. And you also find out that there were other Jedi that were out there. Not all the Jedi were killed with Order 66. What we find out is, even in the video game Fallen Order...
Force Unleashed, too.
Well, that's not canon either.
Of course it's not canon. Why would it be? That would have been awesome if it was canon.
It's not. But Fallen Order came out last year.
Yeah.
And it just tells the story of a kid that was learning to become a Jedi. He's Force sensitive and whatnot. So now we know that they're... And the thing about Ahsoka Tano is she left the Jedi Order. So when she left the Jedi Order, she was no longer a Jedi. However... if there are Jedi out there, Darth Vader was put in charge of people called the Inquisitors,
Yeah.
and they were tasked to go out,
Yep.
find the Jedi, and
kill
eliminate them.
Yep.
And so that it plays big in Star Wars Rebels. It also plays big in the video game Fallen Order, and it's also in some of the books, and in the comic books.
So we get to the next episode.
Okay, but just to finish that up, so now Mando is off to go and find the Jedi, and that next Jedi, but the next episode is called The Siege. So, in that episode, that's when they need to find out. Let's see, how did that whole thing work? Oh, The Siege. Is that where that's where we come across Boba Fett? No, not yet.
No, that's where we get the Death Troopers, I think.
I don't think so.
No, you sure?
I don't think so. I think that The Siege, Mandalorian rejoins old allies for a new mission. So that's when he goes and he gets Cara Dune to help because, no, that can't be it either.
Oh, we forget.
Yeah, I've forgotten. That's how unimportant this. It was the journey. It's the journey,
It's
right?
the journey, yeah.
And so when he leaves, so he.
Oh no, this is the one where they went to the I know which one this one.
So
This is
now
the
he's got to
lava
go.
one.
No, it's not. They have what he's found out is if you want to go and find a Jedi, go to this planet, and that's after. That's after that.
This is where they're going down the freaking thing to an Imperial base on the planet that the guild leader has to take care of.
Right. That's right.
That's the one.
That's right. I forgot about
And
that.
they have to do the whole same thing, and they take that blue guy, and he's like, "Oh, I can't do it because I'm a water guy. Blah, I need the vape." Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Right. So what he's saying is there was a character in the first season, in the first episode, that comes back into this episode, and the whole idea is that they got to get some information on something, right?
Yeah.
And they end up going into a base, and they got to destroy this base that is occupied by the Empire, and not a bad episode, but they kind of, hey, let's gather all the gang back together, right?
And you get to see him use his rocket pack, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Throwing stormtroopers off.
Right.
Because they suck, whatever.
All right, so not much really to be told about that episode overall. And again, he's got to go and find his way to a planet. No, he's got to go and find the Jedi. He's got to go find Ahsoka Tano.
He's still looking for the Jedi.
So that whole episode was okay. It just brings everybody back together. And now everybody needs to... We're all going to go... nope, not even that. Yeah, we got this whole mission done for the day. I don't even know why he went and helped her.
Yeah, because the bounty on his head was gone, I think.
Yeah.
They got rid of the bounty.
See, that episode was so much of nothing.
I know the last episode, I think they were running from, what's his name? Yeah. So, alright, so
He got his ship fixed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which was kind of funny because...
It was broken. It was bad. It was like, wow.
That whole landing scene was crazy. The landing scene is going to land on a pad.
Good done.
Missed the pad. Funny scene. All right, well, we'll go on to the Jedi. There's an episode called The Jedi, and now we're going to... The way that season, that episode opened was amazing to me.
Yeah.
To you, right?
Yeah.
The reason why it's to you is you don't know really who Ahsoka Tano is.
Oh, I know who she is. And I know some backstories about her and how she was Anakin Skywalker's Padawan, yeah, whatever, and some other things. But like I said, season 2 is more about bringing in nostalgia everywhere, I feel. And I'm like, okay, but there is a really good reason why she's in there, so she can find the Jedi, and I understand that. There's a reason why she's there, you know.
So there's some interesting things there about that episode, because they call her a Jedi and she never refutes it. But she is no longer a Jedi. She is not Jedi. She never went back to being a Jedi. And that's why Mando thinks, I'm going to turn over Baby Yoda to her, and then she'll take him on and train him, and his mission is resolved. But the story is actually a lot deeper there. Couple cool things, couple cool actors in the story. But the gist of the story is this: we find out Baby Yoda's real name.
Yep.
Which is?
Starts with a G.
Grogu.
Grogu, yeah.
Grogu is his real name.
And some people were angry because it wasn't a Y. I was like, whatever.
And she cannot take him on because she has another mission. That mission is she is trying to find out where Admiral
the lightsaber guy, right?
No. That's no. See, not Zahn. What the heck is his name? It's I don't have his. Timothy Zahn is the name of the author, and I can't think of the character's name now.
Well, anyways,
she's got a mission. She needs to find out where Admiral. I want to say Akbar, but it's not Akbar either.
Hey, it's a trap.
Muff.
It was a good fight scene with the with her and that other one.
The woman.
Yes, with the spike.
Yeah. She was trained by her father was trained by Bruce Lee.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, the gist of the story is we find out his name is Grogu. Ahsoka Tano will not take him on, so it was
because she has attachment also with Mando. That was another reason.
She doesn't have an attachment to.
But
Mando.
no, the kid does.
Baby Yoda does.
Yes.
Grogu has. Yeah, they have a bond. But her mission is somewhere else because, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but she's got a mission on her own that she needs to fulfill. Those of us that watch Star Wars Rebels, we know what she's trying to do. If you don't know, it's okay. All you need to know is she's on another mission. And that is going to lead into the spin-off series where she's getting her own series.
Whoa, wow, go figure. Go Disney, milk that cow.
Well, you say milk that cow, but I think she's one of the best characters in all of Star Wars. That's my opinion. Not the best, but one of the best.
Okay.
So now, guess what? You need to take Baby Yoda to this planet and go on this mountain or this old temple site, and he will go there and he needs to sit there and meditate, and he'll reach out through the Force, and if there's a Jedi that's out there that can train him, and that's his best bet.
His beacon out to get them.
That'll be his best bet. So Mando's like, oh, I can't get rid of this kid.
Like, really? Yeah, okay.
So off he goes, and he goes to this planet. So now we're into the next episode called The Tragedy. And what happens is we get in there, and the bottom line is Baby Yoda sits there, meditates, and Moff Gideon has tracked him down, and Moff Gideon abducts Baby Yoda, steals him. Okay, that's when you see those troopers.
Death troopers. No, they were shadow troopers, but these are death troopers.
Okay, and so they abduct him, but in all of that, who comes in? Boba Fett. Boba Fett comes in. He wants to know where his armor is. He wants the armor, and so Mando's like, hey, you want the armor? I need the kid back. You help me. We'll work it out. And that's when Boba Fett, during the whole thing with the abduction, Boba Fett goes off, gets into Mando's ship, puts on his armor, and then comes back and he kicks ass. And finally we get to see Boba Fett really really kicking some ass. Right?
Yeah. Yes, have redemption from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, right. We know why he's like the bounty hunter that everybody fears, right?
Yeah.
And so the only thing I'll say about that episode that I did not like was the actor who plays Boba Fett. He's on in years. He's probably my age, or maybe a little bit older, but let's say my age. He's put on some weight. So you can tell that the armor doesn't fit the way it fit back in the day. And then there's a couple fighting sequences, and I'm like, that guy just lost 40 pounds. You can clearly tell that's not the same guy. That part I didn't like because I could clearly see, a little belly and then no belly.
Yeah, troopers are there. And we actually found the assassin is working with him now.
Yeah, right. But we didn't, not really all that important. Because she gets introduced in season 1. And they tease Boba Fett in that episode, but not significant, right?
Yeah, okay.
All right, so guess what? In all of that, the thing that I got upset about, everybody's like, oh, Baby Yoda got abducted, and I'm sitting there saying,
Baby Yoda,
Mando's ship got blown up.
Yeah.
That ship was cool.
See? But you know what? The Baby Yoda sells everybody's like, Baby Yoda, he's so awesome. Nobody cares about the Mandalorian. It's about Baby Yoda.
The Razor Crest.
Like, that's all I heard about Baby Yoda.
Mando's ship is called the Razor Crest.
Yeah, Razor Crest, yeah.
And it was blown up.
The jalopy of the galaxy.
Yeah. And so now we are in Slave 1. We're with Boba Fett and the other assassin.
You actually get to see how it turns too, which is kind of interesting.
In the next episode.
Yeah, in the next episode, and
pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
So now that's the end of that episode, and then we go on to the next episode called The Believer, and let's just say they get Bill Murray, who was in season 1. They got to get him out of jail. They get him out of prison camp.
Yep.
And he's got to take him to a planet so that way they can find out where the ship is.
Which he never swore once.
With Moff Gideon. We got to go and find where Moff Gideon is because he's got Baby Yoda. So the crew gets back together and off they go to find out where Moff Gideon is. Now, we didn't talk about Bill Murray. You mentioned him when we talked about season 1. I didn't care for his character too much in season 1. I didn't think the acting was great.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of actors, celebrities that want to be in the show because it's Star Wars, for one thing. I think Bill Murray was probably one of those heavily awesome Star Wars, was probably talking to the mouse, going like, hey, let me in. I want to be a part of this, blah, blah, blah. His character was okay. I was like, whatever. But it wasn't him,
It's not him
at all.
I'm going to say that in the first season when I saw him, I just thought his acting skills were okay. I mean, I don't know. I thought he could have done a better job, but I don't know him from Adam really. I know his comedic routines, but I don't know him as an actor, right?
Well, F is for family. I know it's from his voice acting.
Yeah.
Which is totally different from what we saw in The Mandalorian.
But his acting in this episode
was really good.
Was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he takes classes. I don't know if he just finally connected with that character. But his acting in that episode was spot on. Great acting. You could see a struggle with him.
Yep.
He made that episode. That and, anytime Cara Dune, Gina Carano's in it. That's a good episode. That's a good episode.
So, whatever.
That's a good episode.
That's a good episode, yeah.
And I'm going to tell you what, her acting also has taken a step up.
Yeah.
So I know she's kind of a student of the craft, and so she's learning, and I think she probably gets, some feedback from her the cast that she works with. But I'm happy about that because I feel like she's making strides, and it makes the character more believable. But that episode really, Bill Murray, fantastic, excellent episode. But we're with Boba Fett now, And so then we go on to the last episode.
I'm going to you to give the awesome thing about this one.
You're going to give that to me?
No, yeah, I'm going to give because I ruined the other one, so here you go. And
Okay.
then I'll explain why I was not into the Mandalorian.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, buddy.
Okay, so now the rescue is we're gonna go into Moff Gideon's ship. They have this whole thing. They were able to go and get Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan's got one of her soldiers with her, and what's her name?
We have all
Cara
these,
Dune's with her,
and then we have this thing that we have to go, and we have
Boba
like
Fett.
these.
So we're gonna get on the ship.
Terminator.
Wait, we're gonna get on the ship, and yeah, so those death troopers are there.
The Terminator Death Troopers, basically. The
Yeah,
Terminators.
there was
They're like
definitely an
Terminators.
homage. There was a little homage to that.
Terminators,
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought so.
Definitely.
The way they moved
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah,
So there's
exactly.
great fight sequences. There's these androids called Death Troopers, and yes, they're very much Terminator-like. No communication, no verbal communication, but they're very Terminator-like. And so they have this whole thing. We're going to go after Baby Yoda. Moff Gideon is smart and wise to what's about to happen, so he seems to always be a step ahead. And so we end up in a predicament where Moff Gideon is holding Baby Yoda hostage. Mando eventually gets a hold of Baby Yoda, has to fight Moff Gideon, captures Moff Gideon. In that whole fight scene, Moff Gideon uses the Darksaber, to which Moff Gideon relinquishes or loses it to Mando. Mando takes him hostage, brings him on board the bridge, and Bo-Katan's like, what happened? I was supposed to defeat him. So the story there is that in order for her to actually retake possession of the Darksaber, because she lost it.
Yes.
That she used to have it. That's very important to know.
And Mothra Gideon knew it because he's an asshole. He's like, yo.
So what happens here? She can't take the dark lightsaber because she didn't defeat Moff Gideon in battle to take it. So now that weapon is now truly Mando's weapon.
He's like, here, you want it? Take it.
And that is exactly what Moff
Take it.
Gideon wanted to happen, because he wanted to see either Mando defeat Bo-Katan or vice versa. So he was in a win-win situation, so to speak. But all of a sudden, these Death Troopers are coming in, and they're stuck on the bridge.
Like
everybody's stuck on the
locust.
bridge. And now all these Death Troopers are trying to break into bridge to free Moff Gideon, and they don't know how they're going to do any of this. And all of a sudden, there's an incoming ship, and oh wow, it's one X-Wing. It's not like it's a bunch of people come to help us out. It's one X-Wing. But wait, who just flies in an X-Wing?
Gee,
right?
I wonder who.
And then, so now somebody's coming down, and he's all in, his dark garb. And then all of a sudden we see, wait a minute, that's a green lightsaber. That green lightsaber, that can't possibly be. And then he's going through and killing all of the Death Troopers. And then next thing you happen to catch is that he's wearing a glove on his right hand, a black glove.
And all the
Green lightsaber, black glove.
Like, oh my god, guess who it is? It's.
And then all of a sudden, he just mows down through all these Death Troopers. And Mando's like, hey, go ahead and open that door. And they're like, we're not opening that door. They're like, open the door. It's clearly he's a Jedi. Open the door, they open it. And he comes in. What I loved was the reveal that it is Luke Skywalker. But the way he took his hood off is exactly how Mark Hamill did it in Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
I love that part.
So, me personally, I think they could have used a different person, and I was like, oh, look at just throwing more nostalgia out of no freaking reason.
Who could it have been?
A new character. That would have been awesome. I would have liked a new character. But, like, here's the thing. We all know that what happens, the kid's gonna die. Because we know what's gonna happen. Because we looked at what happened to Ben Kenobi, and we know that he killed all the students, so that kid's done. He's dead.
I don't know about that, but I'm going to tell you that I felt like they could have introduced another character.
See,
It could have been the Jedi from the video game Fallen Order. Could have been that character.
but I feel like they used way too much nostalgia, and
But I'm driving to somewhere with it. I'm driving to
Oh,
somewhere.
I'll let
okay?
you drive, and then I'll drive it home.
I'm going to tell you why that it has to be Luke.
Why does it have to be Luke?
And it wasn't until I actually reflected on it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Because they're going to give you more information about who Luke is, so that way you understand why he becomes Luke Skywalker in the sequel movies.
Oh,
that
okay.
I hated. Because who's this grumpy old Luke? That's what I call him, grumpy old Luke.
Because I drink my blue milk.
I'm gonna take the lightsaber. Huh, I'm not part of the Force anymore. Well, that just kind of like, what? You didn't give us what we wanted. We wanted to see a powerful Luke Skywalker. We wanted to see the Jedi that he was to become. Because if you think about it, in Return of the Jedi, Luke does not defeat Darth Vader. Luke does not defeat Palpatine, okay, or Darth Sidious. He doesn't defeat him. Darth Vader defeats Darth Sidious. Darth Vader gets succumbed to his injuries. The thing is that Luke is really the person who drove him or brought him back to the light side, right? But physically, it wasn't his Jedi powers that did any of that.
Yeah, well.
So Luke, we have never truly seen Luke be a Jedi. And Yoda had said it, you won't be a Jedi until you face your father.
Yep, but I'm just saying, I just felt like, really, it's Luke Skywalker, really, with all this other nostalgia that you guys are shoving down this thing, and I'm like, wow, okay, and I'm like, I'm done.
Well, the good news for you is that there's a bunch of other series coming out that you're not going to get any nostalgia out of it. You call it nostalgia. I call it you're taking the story that they gave you and you're continuing with it.
Yeah, true, but it's some of it doesn't fit. It doesn't. I feel like the writers didn't mesh it well. That they could have done a lot better with it, and I think that's like. And for the reason why I say that is, you can take an old franchise and retell the storyline. Because example would be Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai did an awesome job with that. I don't feel like the writers of Disney did a really good job meshing that into a really good season.
I think it's funny you say that, because Cobra Kai is nothing but bringing back nostalgia.
But they did it in the right way. They told the story in a better way than what I feel like Mandalorian did. I felt there was better storytelling and reasons why this is happening, and better emotional than this, And that's why. That's the difference. You know?
I mean, I disagree with you, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
That's okay.
That's why we like these programs. We don't want to have people agreeing with everything.
Yeah.
Because that's boring.
Yeah, but I respect your opinion.
And I respect yours.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
Yeah. So at the end...
That's the wrapped up...
Wait, so at the end, what are we left with?
We left with Boba Fett taking over back Jabba's empire. That's what we have.
You skipped over the big part, which is...
That is the big part. That's the best part.
That's the best part. That is the best part. But the biggest part was that Baby Yoda did leave with Luke to be trained. And there was a very touching scene where Mando actually takes his helmet off. So he actually kind of went against his religion and actually removed his helmet.
The kid was like, oh.
Yeah. And so the cliffhanger is Luke took off with Baby Yoda, and now what's going to happen with all of them? We don't know.
I don't know. I think
Bo-Katan, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with the Darksaber, Moff Gideon.
Baby Yoda should have been a Mandalorian. It would have been better.
and then at the end, if you wait till halfway through the credits or the end of the credits, the scene is that Boba Fett comes flying into Jabba Hutt's palace, And when he gets in there, of course, there is no Jabba because Jabba was
Died.
killed.
Yeah.
And so now who's he see?
That slimy guy. I don't know what his name is.
Yeah, damn it. Now I can't remember.
I
gotta look it up because it's gonna kill me.
No,
there.
he's not looking it up, guys. This is
I have to look it
YouTube
up.
magic, guys.
Bib Fortuna. Bib Fortuna is still there. That was Boba. I mean, that was that was Jabba's right hand man, right? Was Bib Fortuna. Well, Bib Fortuna now is the head honcho, and in walks Boba Fett, and he's like, "Nah, it's my place now," and he takes over, and that sets us up for another series. The Book of Boba Fett. So that will be a mini series. It is not a full series. It's going to be a mini series on Disney Plus coming out in December 2021.
Oh boy, guys.
So 12 months away. It also starts the same month that Mandalorian Season 3 will.
I thought, how can you do a 3?
Season 3?
I thought they canceled. How can they do
They didn't cancel anything.
They don't have the Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda went off with Luke. The name of the story is The Mandalorian. What?
No, it's Baby Yoda, because this is the reason why I didn't watch this series for a long time, because that's the only thing I heard was about Baby Yoda, seriously.
So you really need to look and watch Shogun Assassin to understand what they modeled this show after.
Oh, I understand, but I'm just saying that that's the reason why I wasn't in a rush.
Well, maybe then you'll like Season 3 because it won't feature Baby Yoda.
We will see. We will see.
Yeah.
We'll see,
it won't feature Baby Yoda, but Moff Gideon, what happens to him? What happens with Bo-Katan, where she still wants the Darksaber so she can lead
the kid's coming back, I'm telling you. The kid's going to become a Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. Where does Mando go? He's got no ship. He's got nothing. What's he gonna do now?
Well, he's gonna take the kid from frickin' Luke Skywalker and say, no, he's gonna become a Mandalorian. That would be awesome. I was like, yep, that's a good thing. Yeah,
it could be. Who knows? So lots of things could happen there. I'm excited about Season 3 because it really left us off in a spot where anything could happen. And I'm very excited to hear about the Book of Boba Fett and where that will take us. I have a feeling, just a guess, that at one of those episodes they're going to tell us how he survived the Sarlacc pit.
We'll see.
We'll see.
And we still don't know what race Yoda is or the kid.
We don't know the race.
No, of course, they're not going to tell us that. No, why would they? Jeez. Or what planet, whatever.
Yeah.
So, that's what we got for Season 2 of The Mandalorian, and I'm like, He's like, oh my god, it's the best thing since sliced bread.
I never said that.
Yeah, well, that's how I feel.
No, I never said that. But I really did enjoy the second season. Yeah. If there was one thing I didn't like about that last episode, so one of the things we didn't really talk about was that the Mandalorian gets a spear made out of Beskar.
Yep.
If you watch the fight sequence,
I thought it was pretty good
with Moff Gideon and Mando with the spear.
All that, yeah.
The spear goes flying down a hallway, and it's on the right side. And then when he goes to grab it, it's so much closer to him, and it's on his left side, which completely sets up a move that he defeats Moff Gideon. And I'm like, wow, that was really, the continuity there was shoddy. And I'll tell you another thing. I've been hopping on this before the season came out because you could see it in the prequels. I mean, in the trailers for the show. There are two different masks from Mandalorian. One of the Mandalorian masks, comes down slightly to a point, right?
Yeah.
It comes down slightly.
Okay.
There's another one where I'm telling you the gap at the bottom where his chin is probably less than an inch. It's tapered in way too much. So clearly that's either the actor or it's not the actor, it's the stuntman.
He's obsessed.
But I don't like those little things that take me out of the story when I happen to notice it. So I'm sure that nobody that is making that show is going to see this little review. And,
if they do?
But if you do, can you throw away the helmet the tapers way down and get it so they're all the same.
He's crying. He wants to see this done. Okay, guys, you just gotta see this done.
And then just ship that helmet to Rhode Island. I'll watch it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and share if you like this video. There will be more videos to come. And hopefully you guys have an awesome night. All right? So until then, guys, we will talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.